Hi everybody, today I thought I would start the first of what's going to be a three-part series talking about three volumes I have of the Monster Box. Now, what are the Monster Boxes? Well, here's the side there, as you can see. Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3. Well, I'll explain. When I was a youngster in the 1970s, we didn't have the luxury of VHS tapes. We didn't have certainly DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K. So we couldn't watch our movies the way we'd like to see them, the way we do now. But we had some fun in other ways because we didn't know any different. And that was to own a projector, whether it was a sound projector or a silent projector, it didn't matter. You still could watch monster films that were put on little reels, usually 200-foot reels, all kinds of different sizes really, but the ones I'm talking about today are 200-foot reels, this size here. And the movies would run in snippets, abridged versions, 10 or 12 minutes. I don't think it was quite 15, but 10 to 12 minutes on Super 8 or standard 8mm. You could have them with sound, which was more expensive, or you could have silent, would have subtitles on the bottom. But the thing is, you're talking about just basically segments from your favorite movies. You didn't get the entire movie. But this collection, the Monster Box, and there are three of them. There's the first box there. That's the one we're going to do today. And you got the second box, volume 2, there. And then you have the third box there. What these are collections of facsimiles, reproductions on cardboard of some of the monster boxes that the movies came in. Now, the movie reels themselves came in boxes just about like this. This was about, the size, and you'd go to the store, you'd buy one of these, and the reel would be in there. And the design is just the same. I mean, you open up the top, and there you'd have your reel. All right. So I'm going to go through this number 1 collection here today and show you some really cool designs that were on the original movie boxes. Here we go. First off, we're going to start with the Incredible Shrinking Man. Okay, this was a Castle Films. You'll notice Castle Films. So the Universal Classics, Classic Monsters, were all done by Castle Films. But there were different companies too. That was the Incredible Shrinking Man. Nothing on the back. These are just repros of the covers of these boxes. The Screaming Skull. The Revenge of Frankenstein on Hammer Film, Columbia, here in the States. The Raven from 1963 with Boris Karloff, Vincent Price, and Peter Lorre. Alfred Hitchcock's classic Psycho. They say this was the only way to get these, unless you had a 16mm projector, you could have 16mm complete prints for like hundreds of dollars. That was beyond our scope. Night of the Blood Beast, us youngsters, we couldn't afford that. Lucky we could afford this. This is one of my favorites of all of these, The Mummy's Tomb on Castle Films. Lon Chaney Jr. And going back to the first 1932 Mummy, Boris Karloff. That's a real cool cover. British Horror of Dracula, Christopher Lee's first. This one is probably not only my favorite monster movie of all time, but my favorite of all the covers here. Frankenstein meets the Wolfman on Castle Films. And boy, oh boy, did I like that design. Really nice. And Boris Karloff again, this time in the original Frankenstein, 1931. This is one that I really am not familiar with at all. This is a Republic one. The Mysterious Dr. Satan. I don't know if that was a serial. Back to Hammer for Christopher Lee in the Curse of Frankenstein there on the cover. Beautiful. Nice. Dr. Cyclops. Bela Lugosi in the original 1931 Dracula. Castle Films again. This is a very, very good 1950s movie. One of the best of all 50s films in this genre. Curse of the Demon. Better known as Night of the Demon in England. Bride of Frankenstein. I've never liked this cover very much because it's first of all, the design is not very appealing to me, but also that's not Boris Karloff, that's Glenn Strange, so we got the wrong monster there. So never really liked that one. This is a nice one with Lon Chaney as the Wolfman. War of the Colossal Beast, sequel to The Amazing Colossal Man. The Undead. Telltale Heart. Tarantula. Getting into the giant monsters. Joan Crawford becoming an axe murderess in straitjacket. The Spider. And the last one for this particular video, another one of my favorite films of the monster days and one of my favorite covers too. Son of Frankenstein with Boris Karloff, Bela Lugosi, and Basil Rathbone. Beautiful. And that's it. Please stay tuned for whenever I upload the second one, third ones in here, volumes 2 and 3. Thank you for watching.